getting that.
If you blow on it, it'll completely collapse.
What was it on Seinfeld? What was the name of they called the Christmas was a different name with a pole?
Festivus?
The Festivus for the rest of us, that's right. The pole, remember that? Congressman, that's great. Come on here. Good. Congressman here. Congress people here. Appreciate their support. It's good to be back in Colorado. First, of course, thanks so much for your on Super Tuesday got behind my effort and gave me a real boost, and it's meant a great deal to me. The state has fond memories for a lot of reasons. One is that when we held the Olympics in Salt Lake City, we had a lot of Coloradans who volunteered and came over and gave us 17 straight days in the Olympics and almost the same number of days for the Paralympics, and they helped us have such terrific games, which a lot of us out here will never forget. Of course, I also have family in Colorado. My nephew Doug and his family live here, so it's good to be back. It's important to be back. This could easily be the state that decides who our next president is. It's a purple state. Purple Mountain Majesty, but also purple state. It can go either way in the presidential sweepstakes. And that's why I think you see the Democrats coming here for their convention. They know that Denver's important, Colorado's important, and Republicans feel the same way. And we're going to exert all the effort necessary to make sure that Senator McCain becomes the next president of the United States. I'm honored to be here with you and with these individuals who need to be reelected and elected for the first time as a senator. And I'm confident that'll be the case. But we got a long way to go. And if this is a campaign based only upon party affiliation, why it could be a tough year for us. But if it's a campaign based upon issues and vision and policy, then we'll win. And we'll win seat after seat after seat. And I'm convinced that the American people will focus on the direction of the nation and how we're going to solve the challenges we face. And that's why Senator McCain and these elected officials will find their way back to Washington.
What have you had in the way of discussions with Senator McCain for you being vice presidential nominee?
None whatsoever.
Are you interested?
This is all about getting Senator McCain elected president. We're not talking about vice president. I have no interest in speculating on that subject. We've had no discussions, he and I, on that topic whatsoever.
But if you were offered the job?
I've got nothing more to add. That's not the topic. The topic I'm interested in is getting John McCain elected president. He's got a lot of great people that he can look to be his running mate. I look forward to supporting the team, not being a member.
Specifically, what makes Colorado such a key state?
Well, there are a number of states where the division between Republicans and Democrats is pretty narrow, where polls suggest that it could go either way, and this is one of those states. And Colorado has been a state that voters have made up their mind based upon the individual and the issues that are faced rather than just following a particular party label. And that's why you're going to see a real campaign here in Colorado. I think you'll see a number of other states like this. I think Michigan, Ohio, and Florida will be states like Colorado, Nevada. Interestingly, I think the American West is going to be a place where you see a real battleground in this election. And Colorado is obviously at the heart of that battle.
What differentiates the Republican energy policies from the Democrat energy policy? Traditionally, it seems as if perhaps the Democrats have been ahead on energy issues, energy independence. You talked about that at the podium.
Well, the Democrats have been ahead in blocking the development of new energy sources. They've been ahead in blocking nuclear power. They've been ahead in blocking coal power. They've been ahead in blocking additional drilling. And as a result of them blocking additional sources of energy, we find ourselves in an energy crisis. If the Democrats had been enthusiastic about developing our sources of energy over these last couple of decades, we wouldn't be in the position we're in. So it's time to catch up. And the Democrats, like Republicans, want renewable sources of energy. We want all the wind power and solar power and renewable sources we can muster. But we Republicans also want to find a way to speed the permitting process to develop nuclear power. We want to speed the technology investment necessary to provide for clean coal power, and particularly coal to liquid, where you can sequester the CO2. And we want to see additional development of our oil and gas resources offshore and in other places where such energy is found.
Anwar?
Well, there are different people who have different views on that. My position, of course, was yes in Anwar, but there are other Republicans who have different views. I won't speak for these three here, But you'll see generally Republicans saying develop our own resources in ethanol, in wind, in solar, in hydro, but also in coal, in nuclear, and in oil and gas.
Bob, you want to address that?
Please.
Bob?
Sure. Well, your question was with respect to just developing energy sources in general?
Your opponent's been talking about
Right.
renewable sources of energy.
It is foolish to assume that you can simply and immediately disconnect our use as a nation of all fuels that we are consumers of today, and just move the plug over to an outlet that simply provides nothing but renewable energy and do this immediately. It is a long-term problem that requires a long-term solution. And so yes, we need to continue to develop domestic sources of energy and do so in a responsible way. They tend to be the party that says no because, we tend to be the party that says yes if. And Coloradans, as well as people throughout the rest of the country, understand fully that we can develop responsibly domestic supplies of energy and maintain and improve the environment and maintain the integrity of our environment at the same time. So these are not mutually exclusive goals. We need to develop both. We need to be aggressive about both. In fact, I would submit that a successful and responsible development of conventional energy in the United States, clean burning gas, crude oil, as well as clean coal technologies, actually moves us faster into a transition for renewable energy.
Is clean coal available now? When?
Of course, especially in Colorado, we have a particularly clean brand of, or a clean variety of coal, low sulfur, and just clean that you can find most places around the rest of the world. So looking at the resource first is something that benefits our part of the country, first of all. Secondly, the technology just continues to improve dramatically year to year. And clean coal technology that allows for cleaner combustion, for better scrubbers, for better recovery of noxious gases as well as carbon dioxide, and setting technology about conversion of coal to liquids and to gases as well. All of those offer great opportunities. And these are old technologies that modern improvements in technology allows us to contemplate better, more efficient solutions quicker.
And you convince the rest of the country that clean coal is reality.
When people are looking down the nozzle of Democrat-inspired $4 per gallon gasoline, Americans start thinking very pragmatically about energy solution, and that's what we really need, is for Americans generally to be part of the solution. I think they're willing to do that, and I think they will take a positive, forward-looking, independent-oriented approach and express that at election time this year, just as they will. And they'll do that over and above the notion that we are, that we as consumers should just accept the notion that we should continue to rely on foreign energy and pay exorbitant prices. I think it's a message that supports us.